Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone is well. Letting a few more people in as they come. Hey there. Okay. All right. We are almost there. Yay. Well, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is well today. Hope everyone had a marvelous is having a marvelous day so far and that you had a good time yesterday. One of those once in a lifetime experiences, or for some of us. Got some good photos, hopefully. All right. All right. So we are here for GT Tuesday. We are almost at the end. So thank you for joining me today. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of roll into it. Just welcome. We're going to talk about some rulemaking that's coming up. Just kind of final awareness, as you know, this is the State Board of Education week, and so they are in Austin to make some decisions, and then kind of talk about. It kind of falls in two areas, but really going to talk about appeals today, and kind of throw out some things out there just for conversation, and then always having the opportunity for question and answer, district share outs, and then also hear from our partner and our friend, Paulina Van Eden Hill. So this is just our wellness check. Everyone's doing okay. Everyone's doing well. Everyone had good experiences. Doing good. All right. All right. All right. Good. 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 All right. Well, we're doing all right here. We're almost at that season. Almost at the done. It's April. It is April. Can y'all believe it? It's April. And here we are, about to roll it out. Uh-oh. EOCs today. Good luck to those babies out there. Good luck to those babies who are taking their EOCs. We want them to graduate and move forward. All right. So everyone, we're going to just review the state definition and really thinking about our students who performs at or shows the potential for performing at a remarkably high level of accomplishment when compared to others of the same age, experience, and environment. And when you think about that, how are you, you know, what are they doing to exhibit that high performance capability in the intellectual, creative, or artistic area? Or also thinking about how they possess or use that capacity for leadership. And then finally looking at the specific academic fields and putting in, what are they doing and how they're doing it there. And so that leads us to our state goal and really thinking about the services that we are providing. How are we allowing our students to demonstrate their self-directed learning, thinking, research, and communication? What are those developed innovative products and performances that they're doing? How does that reflect them? And actually, how does it reflect your program when you really think about it? What are you doing? What is happening in your district, in your classrooms to say this is how we're meeting the state goal? And then really thinking about our high school graduates as they are going out and moving into to the next level, and whatever that next level is, what does that look like? What are those products, performances? Are they prepared for that next level per what we have done? So really thinking about those things and thinking about your program, and especially, at this season when we're thinking, what do we want to do for next year? You know, evaluate your programs based on how you're meeting the state goal is one way you can do that. Also, as I said, we're almost at the end. We got two more GT Tuesdays, April 23rd at 1 p.m. and May 14th at 9 a.m. And typically, I leave the last one up for any Q&A. So if you got any questions that you have wonderings about or have want to know more about, feel free to shoot them or get ready for it because May 14th will be our open call for Q&A. So let's have a good one. And that leads to the Texas Association for the Gifted and Talented. We just had a great leadership meeting. And our friend Paulina Van Eden Hill. Paulina, I see you. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Same wishes as Monica. I got to enjoy the eclipse with my family in Georgetown, and the clouds parted about 10 minutes before the full eclipse. It was pretty incredible. I was not a believer. I thought, oh, it'll be fine and cool, but it was pretty interesting and neat. Um, Thanks to everyone who attended a leadership conference in spring, right outside of Houston last month. We had a really great couple of days of learning. It was so wonderful to see everyone and heard really great feedback on that. If you weren't able to attend, maybe you have a buddy that was, and you can get some of the learning, their takeaways, maybe plan a coffee with them or something like that. I know that the next few weeks are probably 8 are going to be extremely busy for you all, and all of the folks that you work with. So just a couple of reminders. We celebrated GT Tuesday, or GT Tuesday. We celebrated GT Awareness Week last week. Really fun to engage with everybody online, and hosted a parent webinar that is now posted on our Tempo Plus website. So tempo.txgifted.org. You can click on the parent tab, don't have to log in or anything, and see the recording both in English and Spanish. Remember that you are welcome to share that resource and any of the past webinars that are up there. At this point, we probably have 10 or 12. You're always welcome to share those with your families and your community in your district. So please use that as a resource that makes sense for you. A couple of reminders for things that are specifically related to you as GT leaders. The Emerging Leaders Program is our mentorship and kind of online learning program that is meant for folks who are within their first 3 years of a GT leadership position, either leading multiple campuses as like a specialist or a district level. Also, ESC members are absolutely encouraged to apply. The deadline is next Monday. And just as a reminder, these are, you get matched with a mentor in your area with a similar district. We have monthly online learning sessions that are completely tailored to the needs of that particular group. So we can't tell you the content exactly because it depends on what you need specifically. And then you are able to attend all of the TAGT conferences, Gifted, Leadership Conference, and Gifted Plus Equity as part of your registration fee, so or the program fee. So make sure you get your applications in for that. We do have a couple of spots available still. The one semi-tricky part or just thing to kind of think ahead on is that you do need approval from your supervisor just to make sure that you all have that you've had the opportunity to connect with your supervisor about it, and that they're going to give you the time and the space to be able to really be productive in the program. Related, we have a new program that we launched this last school year, or this, I guess, current school year, called the Forum for Advanced Leadership. And this is a spinoff of the Emerging Leaders Program. So the Emerging Leaders Program is really focused on your role as a GT leader in your district, and the Forum is really focused on your role as a leader in your district. And so not a ton of GT content, but a lot of of kind of those interpersonal communication management skills that that you have to exhibit every day to be successful, both managing up and managing down and out to your campus leader. So the application for that is rolling. There's no, I think the very distinct deadline is in August. But if you have 23, 24 funds left over, or if you want to apply and pay with next year's funds, that's great too. But those applications are open. And then also the new coordinator boot camp is scheduled for, I think, August 3rd. Could be wrong on that. I'm gonna pull that up. And that is a kind of a day long, I believe it's about 6 hours of virtual learning for folks who are, Tuesday, August 2nd, 9 to 3, all online. And that's focused on kind of if you joined the GT world or the GT leadership world in the last semester or two, it might be a good thing to think about joining and getting kind of like, wow, what do I need to know as I approach the next school year? So that's scheduled for August 2nd, and I believe registration is open for that as well. And then for your team and for you, Gifted Plus Equity registration is open. We'll be in Waco this year, right around the corner from the silos, which will be kind of fun. And we've just announced our mastermind speakers. I'll put links to all of these things in the chat once I'm done with my monologue. But we want to make sure that you all consider registering for that or registering some of your team members for that. You know, Gifted Plus Equity is focused on those special populations, gifted and the lineup's looking really cool for that event. And we have a field trip. This is the one event that we do a field trip for, where folks will be going over to Baylor for their young university. I can't remember the name of the program, but basically their camp for young scholars, which will be really neat to be able to go in and see them working with the students. So save the date or get registered quick, because I know PO requests and stuff are starting to become due. University for Young People. Thank you, Trey. And then save the date for Gift Ed. Will be in San Antonio this year, December 4th through the 6th. So hopefully you've got that on your calendar. And of course, you'll hear from us a lot when registration's open. But I do believe call for proposals is open or coming open soon. So think about what is going really well in your district and what you'd like to share. All the best content comes from you all. We're also trying to engage more classroom teachers in the professional learning there. So we'd love to hear from more of your classroom teachers. If you've got some rock stars that are interested in presenting, or maybe they're not interested in presenting, but you know they should, and this can be a way that they can kind of grow and challenge themselves, that would be fantastic. So all of those things are available on the website. Like I said, I'll post a bunch of links here in the chat, but thanks for the time, Monica, always making time for us. And if I can answer any questions, I'll be hanging on a few more minutes, and then I'll be listening on my way into the office. So appreciate the time.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Always glad to give you an opportunity to share. All right, everyone. If no one has questions for Paulina, I see no hands, nothing in the chat. All right. Thank you. All right. So as you know, we've been talking about the Middle School Advanced Mathematics program. So they do have a website. I just wanted to give you some updates on that, so that if you wanted to take a look at they did a webinar on the 28th, I want to say, of March, right before, I think it was 28th of March. So you can see the PowerPoint slide there. The video is not posted yet, but the slide deck is there. They're doing the last final calls for public comment. So this is your opportunity just to find it. And so these links are there. Let's see if I can get that for you right quick and drop them. You know, it's always weird when you got all the stuff on your computer. All right. And I'll drop these links for you. There we go. And I think there's one more. I got it. In case that one didn't work. Oh, well, there we go. Well, they say it's too long. All righty. You know how. Edit. You gotta love Zoom every now and then. All right, so that's for public comment. Here is the link to the website, because I know a lot of you are still wondering on how this will work, how you're doing it in your district. And then finally, the slides for the last deck. It was an interesting webinar. So they did address a lot of things. I see a question came in. So I think the accountability system is still, yes. So the accountability system for 23-24, because we're under litigation for 22-23, for 23-24, is still actually I think that was part of the coming out proposal of looking at that. So that may be coming out up soon, but I think you can still do public comment. Let me check and I will confirm that. Okay, I think I got that. Okay, let's make sure I got everything. Okay. All right. All righty. Okay, so the next one, and this will be is the students with dyslexia and other related wrong slide deck. Other related disorders. This is actually becoming before the board committee of instruction on Thursday. They will have their open discussion on, well, they will look final comments and because it came out last meeting, state board meeting, and so they'll be reading it at this time. Also thinking about it, any questions, and they will have a lot of public comment probably, and then going forth on the new dyslexia handbook. All right. So with the state plan, and just really wanted to address where we are so that everyone will be in the know. So right now where we are is we are in our phase of, I want to say thank you very much for everyone for your comments, your reflections, your suggestions, and your just your input on the state plan and our focus group meetings. They were very helpful. Right now, the state plan will go before the board in June 2024. Right now, it is with leadership and with our Commissioners Advisory Council to tweak those little bits of language and to determine what guidance and then what guidance steps we're going to put out next as we move forward. So that's where we are. This month, actually Thursday, we will be bringing forth the state board will be looking at the recommendations on edits and changes and updates and let it to the rule text that is out which is chapter 89. So that is where we are right now as we go into that, and then if we have is where we are in the work plan for our state plan. All right. So I know it's that season, and I know it's that season because I get all the general questions that I know you've probably been getting. So I just wanted to approach the appeal process for a few minutes today and really kind of talk and walk out, some things that hopefully you're considering and just knowing. And so according to our state plan, you are to have an appeal process, a policy that states how parents, students, educators can appeal their placement decisions in a timely manner and present new data if appropriate. Your local policy, just pulling it for until chose the district, pull their policy straight up and notice what everyone is using, is you may appeal any final decision of the selection committee regarding selection for or exit from the gifted and talented program. Appeals shall be first made to the selection committee, and any subsequent appeals shall be made in accordance with your local guidance beginning at level 2. So really thinking, because I know it's that time, it's that season. You got parents who are sending out notices. So really thinking, and then when you go into the local policy on grievances and complaints, this is an informal process. Really thinking about how you're going to discuss those concerns, who's the persons that are reaching out to. As we say in ours, you're reaching out to the selection committee, but is that really happening? Or is it one person that they're reaching out? Is it at the district level? How does a parent know what is in your letter of communication when a student is not placed? How do they reach out? Are you having a deadline? 30-day deadline is referenced here. What is that process to start? Really thinking about that. How do you resolve these issues? Is it, we're not doing anything else? Because we say in our state plan, you can actually ask for additional data. But if we're not looking, sometimes we got to think about what is that additional data? What are we asking for? Is it something that we can use or may not use? And then what are the additional things that we need to look at? Or a mini trial. So really thinking about how does our policy, our practices align with what is guidance and what is in other policy, as we said that we're going to use. And as we know, this is a level 1 appeal. When they first initially start with you to say, I want you to reconsider my kid for placement. What do I need? Why were they not placed? And then when they take it to the next level, they're going automatically to a level 2, a level 3. So really thinking about, are we ready for a level 2, level 3? What does that mean? How does that work? Who are they talking to? Because sometimes you are level 2, and then maybe a few cases, also the level 3. And I just want, so anyone want to share what your appeal process is? Because I got a lot. I came up with 10 questions here when you really think about it, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot, and sometimes it makes you nervous because like, did I do something wrong, or did not do it right? Especially if you got those legalese parents out there. I'm gonna put it that way, who are gonna come at you with, this is what this law says, and are you doing it? And then it makes you wonder, are we in compliance? Are we not? So so just thinking about what is that time period once that letter is sent out? How many days, weeks? When is that letter sent out? If you're doing testing in April, it's going out in June. Parents are on vacation. Somebody might be on vacation. Or, if it's, most of them are coming out now. I already know that one, Pasa. So who do they file an appeal with? Is it with the school principal? Is it with the classroom teacher? Is it with the GT coordinator? And if they don't know who's floating into that building, how do they know? How do they file their appeal? Some of this is not always going to be public knowledge, and it should not all be public knowledge, but there should be a process somewhere that says this is how it happens, and you should know how it happens and what are your steps and your processes. And what happens during this appeal? Who's involved? Do you meet with those parents? Because sometimes if it's just a simple meeting of saying, this is why your kid did not make it, and they go in it. And for those who say they do further assessments, what else are you looking at to add on? Because if that kid did not make it out of 4, what's the 5th one going to do to get them to the next level? Or are you already looking at how you can advocate for a kid? Because if there might be 1 point off, or a point and a half, or half a point off, there's different conversations to be had. And I don't know. I guess the question is, how are you doing that? And how are you having those conversations with your GT coordinators, those in the buildings, so that once you do come to this point, everyone is in the know. Is it in your program manual? And then how long is your appeal review process? Is it, we want to get it done in 30 days, or it's going to linger, or we're going to get it done in a week? So it's not lingering, it's done, and it's over. And then how is that decision provided? Is it another formal letter? What's going on? Anyone want to share? All right.
Well, I was going to
Let's
type it, but I'll just say it.
Thank you.
I was in the process of typing. So just as background, we're 100% virtual, so we're not brick and mortar at all. But when we send the letter that says your child does not need GT services at this time, there is a section in there about appealing, and we give them 2 weeks to email me, the GT manager, if they want to appeal. And then I start that process. We go back to the classroom teacher and try to pull more information about the student. We try to pull additional data, classroom data, grades, anything. Like we will pull any data we can find. I go back to the parent, ask them to send me more information on why they believe their student is gifted. And then the GT committee meets again, but it's anonymous when they meet again. I give them the data. They don't know who the student is. They just know the data. And then the letter goes out again. If I have to give a second test, I will, depending on the grade level. And then if they get denied again, they can appeal to our, like my manager, essentially the shared services director. She looks at the data anonymously, and then her decision is final. That's our process in a nutshell. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's basically it.
All right. Thank you. And thank you for those who put theirs in the chat or some info in the chat. And I got a question. What about appeals during the universal screening? So the universal screening process is like an open call cast that you're pulling students for. Now, I would say at that point, that's like for some of us a test nomination for a student to be part of the process as our test referral for testing. Where if a parent still feels, they can do a referral also. Now, I don't know what they will appeal with a universal screening test, because it's just to get them out there on the platform. But if they appeal I guess the question is also, we will probably need further details on what is your process. How are you using referrals? Not referrals, the universal screener to determine if they're moving. Is it a knockout, or is it just a pool to say these are students that we did not find as a parent would nominate them, or parent refer them, or a teacher refer them, or someone else may refer, or the student may. So that test is doing it. So I think it's really looking at what is the next step and how from it. Okay. And then Ronnie put theirs in from their handbook. Melissa has shared theirs. Okay.
Monica,
Yes.
it's Karen Nitch from McAllen.
Yes, Karen. Thank you.
Yes. Mine's a little bit opposite. We during our identification process, we keep everything as far as the student names and teachers and all of that information hidden. So we're just really looking at the qualitative and quantitative data. And we have a rubric set up, and then our cut scores, and then a rubric. And then for the appeals, I come back out and train the campus and the teachers and the principals, and I give them a very nice PowerPoint, and say, okay, like the parents are all up in arms going, oh my gosh, my child didn't qualify, what do I do now? And then I give them all the steps on how to handle, what to do to process an appeal. And really that's the holistic overview now of a student. They can submit student work, they can submit additional test scores. Like really what we ask for is the end of the year MAP scores, because we use middle of the year MAP scores for identification. And then we ask for end of the year MAP scores if they want to submit those. And we ask the parents and the teachers to really focus in on the areas that the student didn't qualify in. You know, of course, if it's math or reading, writing, they can submit whatever they need to really bolster up that score. And then we try to make it nice. We don't want parents thinking that we're not there to help. We want to be extremely helpful. And I have parents calling over here, and we give them as much information as we can. We don't want it to be secretive. And then, of course, then the appeals come in, and you think it's going to be a lot, but it's not that many, because people sometimes don't want to go through the work. You know, we're supposed to have dates, and I don't like to rush anybody, because again, I want that feeling to be one that we're being generous and helpful, and here's your opportunity to go through a holistic review with the committee. Then when it comes to the committee, of course, the committee does what they're going to do, but at least the parents felt supported by us, and the teachers felt supported, and the principals felt supported. So I really want that to be the message with our process. And then if they go to level 2, well, then level 2 is the assistant superintendent with our principals, who are highly seasoned principals and have good, really strong GT programs, and they handle level 2. And that is beyond us. And they're all trained. And so that's really, I've only had 3 people go to level 2 in the 11 or 12 years that I've been doing this job. So it's been nice. But you know, I think it's really because we try to be so helpful and welcoming during that appeal process.
All right. Thank you, Karen. It sounds good to have a level 2 process that's still a committee outside of yourself and others. And so, okay, very good. All right. Anyone else want to share how they're handling appeals? I have a question about appeals. Some great info in the chat. So, you know, just thinking about it, taking time to ask questions, to really think out your process, to think out what is happening. And so I want to go to the next level. And so, as you know, parents find my email every kinds of ways. And so this is my process, because when I get an email, I am not part of your grievance process. I'm not a part of the complaints team. I refer them back to you, to the district. So if they have a question, I go do a search, find out who to contact, and try to find your information. For some of you that are on the website, find that information. Sometimes I give them questions to ask if they ever reach out to me. And then also tell them this is, you know, if they still feel that something is going against the state plan or law, this is the TA complaints process. I don't actually give them any answers. I don't tell them yes, no. No, you did it wrong. No, they did it right. I have no clue on that, because I do not know your testing process. 2, I don't know how you make your placement decisions. That's all local. And so I just turn it back around and send them back to you, and then for them think about certain things. And so that is where I live in this process. And if the complaint does come to the TA level, actually, I am not, as I stated earlier, I am not on the complaints process team. So all complaints go to a whole separate division that handles that. I might get called in for expert knowledge, but I actually am not handling that kind of guidance and that kind of follow through. So I'm really working on the front end, just making sure we are all educated and we're all ready to go and we are successful. So just kind of, you know, because I've been getting a few of those emails, and one is really going through, you know, sometimes I just feel they're right. And it's hard to go through and, you know, convince them, no, we're doing everything by the law. We're doing everything by the book, and we're doing everything. So, you know, just remember, you're doing it. You're doing it well. You're doing it right. Just follow your guidelines and just follow what the process is. And, you know, and try to calm the parent down, because sometimes they just don't know what your services are and how they look and how that placement is. All they know is they got a gifted kid in their home and they don't know what to do with them, or they want something more. And something more may come later, but it might not be today. So, all right, that's the appeal process. Any questions? Any thoughts, wonderings? Could we out there? Any other questions? Does anybody about appeals?
I have a quick question for today.
Yes. Yes.
And it's, I think it's really more for the other like managers and coordinators and such here. So, but you might be able to answer it as well. So if you have a service model where your students are being served in high school, mainly through AP and honors courses, and students choose not to take those courses, what do you guys do at that point for those students? What's your process of how they are served?
Are they choosing to opt out of all of the core subjects, or specifically one or two, or one area?
That's a great question. We're trying to figure this out. So I want to see what other people are doing in their districts.
I can
Okay.
give some feedback.
All right, thank you.
I ask our PEAMS folks to create a report that I run around September, October at the latest, kind of after all of the class changes and everything have settled down. And it reports out all of our kids with the G designation and Skyward, the little gifted designation. And I do a little conditional formatting in Excel to identify kids who are not in advanced GT. We do have a section of GT coursework at the high school level, advanced GT or international baccalaureate programming. And then I assemble a list of those students. I send an email to their alpha counselor and say, hey, is there any, is this kid going through something? Is there any reason they're not in GT services right now? And if they respond, no, I've got no interest in it, I say, okay, and I send them a furlough or exit form, depending on what the need of the student is. I email parents occasionally if the counselor's like, hey, I think the parents might appreciate a heads up. Usually it's just a scheduling thing. The child has opted out at that point and they go, oh, okay, sure, no problem. And I did that once, one year, and it was a big cleanup, but subsequent years, it's real small and real manageable to do.
So
I
if
can
they're,
chime in on ours if you don't
oh yeah,
mind.
please do.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. But I know that mine is very similar to who just finished speaking. I'm sorry, I don't know who you were or where you're from, but
Kara Lockhart. Yeah.
yes, yes. So we make sure that our timeline for referral window and testing and selection committees is done prior to March 1st. And then we're able to produce lists. We produce a quick list through Project GT. That's who we partner with. Project Education. That's our SIS system for our GT students, and then we share those lists with lead counselors at the transition from 5th grade to 6th grade, our middle school counselors. So when they're scheduling our kiddos, they're in an honors AP dual credit on-ramps course. And then the transition from 8th grade to 9th grade, again, we produce lists from Project GT of those kids who were just identified and then are already were identified GT in prior years, and then we make sure that they're enrolled in one of those courses. Sometimes there's some schedule conflicts, but I did a cleanup. I've been in this role 2 years here at Southwest ISD in San Antonio, and did a cleanup my first year, making sure, checking first of all, kid by kid, who was enrolled in an advanced academics course, and then, utilizing our referral, making sure everybody's referred by March 1st, and then giving those lists right away, sometime in March to our lead counselor so they're able to schedule for the new year.
Thank you.
Thank
So if you guys aren't, so if a student is choosing not to take an AP and honors course, they're either furloughed or exited. Is that what y'all are doing?
Well, I'll tell you what, we don't furlough much, like, unless there's really, a request or student is having difficulty, or maybe there's a placement in alternative center for an issue, and it's in our handbook, but we don't refer kids if they're not enrolled in an advanced courses. I mean, that's kind of if they opt out, and they're like not wanting to do that, we just make sure that we communicate with the parents, because there's going to be other ways outside of being in an advanced course that they're being serviced. Could be other programs in the school, could be an extracurricular that they're involved. I mean, there's just a lot of ways, right? Kids could be challenged, or just gifted and talented students are serviced, right? But definitely we make it a priority with that. But if they're not and they opt out, we don't furlough or exit them out, but they're still a part of our program, and we just highly encourage it. We don't have very many that are not.
Okay, so there are other options for them if they don't want to take AP or honors courses.
I would like to chime in that in Garland ISD, we, if they choose not to take the advanced courses, we simply require, well, I don't want to say simply, but we require the teacher of record of the on-level course to be GT trained and to provide the services. Based on our service design, where the teacher is providing services within the classroom, we just require that they have the training, just like we would require an AP or an IB teacher to have the training.
Yes, we do the same here at Southwest ISD. We make sure that our core content teachers are all have their 30 foundational hours, and of course get that 6-hour GT annual update. So that's one way we do it. And then of course we hold our GT showcases as well throughout our district, in the spring, and our GT students are presenting to a target audience, right? Some project or some learning that they had done, some advanced products or performances that they produced throughout the year, particularly in their area of strength.
Thank you, guys. That helps me out quite a bit. I appreciate it.
Okay. And then also, just remember, it doesn't have to be all 4 core unless as in your service design stated that way, because remember, we do say specific academic fields. So it could be, if they're a science guru, they're all doing science. They're not doing English language arts, math, or, social studies. They're doing straight that. So it can be only one area. So I would just say, make sure you're following, I will say, align your program services to match what you're doing practically. So know what your program design is, make sure it's clear, but make sure it does allow for some of those flexibility things that are happening in your districts, so that
Thank you so
can
much.
meet the needs. Yeah. So that you can meet the needs of all kids. I know we really look at how we cover our K-12, our K-6 programs, but we've got to really also think about, what does that look at the secondary level? And so, yeah. And then looking at, what are your program options? How are you providing services? And what does that look like? So, any other questions out there? Unders. All right. Any shout outs, happenings, going on that you want to share? Invite us to, let us know about any job openings for some people who are looking to turn around, move across state.
I'd like to share one from Southwest ISD here in San Antonio that we had.
Yes.
We had our inaugural GT advisory council with parents who in the fall, we had some parent awareness sessions just about our program. And at that time in October, we tried to advertise our program, but not just advertise our program, but solicit parents and get parent volunteers to be a part of our advisory council. So we were able to round up a good little group of parents and community members, some of which are just a part of our Southwest ISD community, who wanted to be a part of it. And we had our inaugural GT community advisory council, and it was really well. We were looking at, and in our future meetings, we're looking to take components of the GT state plan and looking in ways in which our district can enhance that and make it exemplary. Our first focus for our meeting that happened just this March was March 28th was our Southwest ISD service design. So we made sure that our advisory council was well aware of our service design for our GT students, and then we had a little chalk talk activity where we got feedback, and we had some questions that they did and during the Chalk Talk to help us, enhance our services to GT students, and what would they like to see in their ideal or a dream GT program, right? So it was a it was a strong turnout. We even had Mr. Ruokawa here from Region 20 join our session and answer any parents and answer any questions that parents had. And just want to shout out to that because it was a great success. And we're looking to have our second meeting at the end of May.
Very good. Very good. All right. And Lindy, sorry, Wellborn is asking if you have any feedback from your sessions that you have learned, please share. And you're getting a kudos from Melissa. Great job, Ruben. That sounds like and it's a great starting point just to have a conversation on what does our service design look like, what it is, because from presentations I made when I was in the district, you will be totally flabbergasted of how many people are not aware of what your programs are and how you're providing services to kids. And that's just a good conversation piece. This is what we're doing. And it's that season where we're getting our shows together and getting those pieces together. This is that time and that opportunity to talk about and sell what you're doing in your district. This is our programs. These are how we serve kids. This is, making sure that your, master schedulers know what they're doing, knowing what the program options, making sure they're putting those students in the right place, making sure parents know what your options are. They're looking at, graduation plans. How do we roll into that? How do we support that? So this is a good time to have those conversations, to shout out your own districts, your own programs, and what you're doing. So as they move forward to the next year, because they're ready for it, they're knowing, okay, this is what I should be looking for. So this is a good time to say, this is what our fourth graders are doing. Third grade, this is what you should be looking for. Fourth grade parents here, this is what our fifth grade students are doing. This is how we're going to approach your kid next year. Those kind of things, just letting them be aware of what are our options, how we're going forward. High school seniors, this is some courses that you could take with us that that will help support you and prepare you for your next round and next level. So great job, everyone. Take a moment to really think about how you can sell your program and go forward. So just wanted to hopefully you've seen all of our websites. You've been to visited at least one, and hopefully most of you I know is probably gone to the Texas Performance Standards Project. And then we have our Texas Program of Implementation resource, our equity and gifted ed, and our two teacher toolkits, Toolkit 1, really working on research and resources, and then Toolkit 2 is supporting our secondary educators in their programs of service. Our gifted ed resources update. So this is our pages, and actually I am about to update that whole site and change it to topic-based instead of date-based. So that should be coming out soon. If you have, it's about time for another newsletter. If you have any announcements, anything you want to share, anything you want to put out there, please shoot me an email. I'm collecting info, and we will make sure that it will get part of our newsletter. And if you never need to reach me, here is my contact information. And make a phone call, send me an email. Email is probably faster because sometimes, our computer systems go in and out because we are computer-based on our phones. But I want to say thank you for joining me today. Hope everyone has a great week. I hope you take some moments during this time because I know we're going into testing season, and we're there in ELCs, and some of you are in classrooms monitoring, and some of you are walking the halls of buildings to make sure everything is safe and secure. So, but I want to say thank you. Take some time for yourself, and let's have a great day to everyone. All right. Till next time.